Hello divas, it's your girl Grace, aka Facequisite here, and welcome back to another episode of Dialogues with Grace. Today we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic, which is why men find you unattractive. Look sis, let's talk about it today. As you know, we're here to help each other out, so let's delve into these things. What are the things that make you seem unattractive to a man, even though you see yourself as very beautiful? I have 10 things on my list and I'm going to go through them one at a time. And as you know divas, I always come prepared, so I will be referring to my notes. So when you see me look down, it's because I'm referring to my notes. All right, my lovelies. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing on my list today, divas, is aggressive behavior. Aggressive behavior. It is so unattractive to a man. Every alpha male is looking for your soft side, your feminine side. That's not to say that you should act docile and be a walkover or pushover. Absolutely not. Still bring, your boss chick self, but don't bring that aggressive nature with it. Now, you may have gone through some things in life that has made you become hard because you've had to fend for yourself. You've had to do all sorts, and we understand that. However, we can retrain ourselves. We can retrain ourselves not to always be on the defensive, not to be ready to throw a punch at every given opportunity. Not everybody is out there to get you. Not every man is out there to use you. Okay? Don't scare away a good man because of your insecurities or because of the traumas or the battles that you have faced in your earlier life. Learn to let go. Ease off a little bit. Come across as soft. Let your feminine side ooze through. Men find this extremely attractive. But you see that aggressive nature? It's going to put a man off completely. Why? They're not looking for another man. I mean, unless of course you're that way inclined. If he's that way inclined, then fine. However, we're talking about men who want women. So what are they looking for in women? They want to see that feminine side. Okay, divas? So if you're coming across with aggression, my darling, it's not going to work. It's not going to attract a good man to you. It's going to make you come across as very unattractive to a man. So soften up on that aggressive nature. All right, my divas, on to the next. Number 2 on my list, divas, is excessive jealousy. Excessive jealousy is a big turn off. Why are you so jealous? Are you that sister that constantly tracks her husband's phone, is constantly looking through his phone to find out who he's been talking to, who he's been with, who's been texting him? Look, sweetheart, if you go looking, you will find, and it's going to hurt you. What are you looking for? What exactly are you looking for? We need to cut our men some slack. I'm not saying that there aren't dogs out there, because we know there are men that are dogs, but not all of them are. There are some good men out there. Cut your man some slack. Don't chase him away simply because you have a hunch or a suspicion that he might be talking to another woman. What if you're wrong? What if he's not? Then what? You're going to chase a good man away just because you're jealous. Ease off on the jealousy. Yes, you are allowed to be slightly jealous. Like I said in my last video, even our God is a jealous God. If you love someone, you are going to be a little bit jealous if you see them talking to maybe another attractive woman, or there's going to be that element of jealousy, and that's okay. However, what we're talking about here is excessive jealousy. You are so jealous, you don't trust him, you can't trust him in any way, shape or form. You're going through his phone, you're tracking his phone, you're asking questions, you're showing up at his workplace unannounced. Sis, that's not cool. That is not cool. That is going to send that brother running. What if he's a good man? Please cut him some slack. Give him the benefit of the doubt. We're obviously out here to look for a good man. So when we do find that good man, please don't chase them away because of your excessive jealousy or possessiveness. He's not allowed to see this person. He's not allowed to talk to that person. It has to be with your permission, or you have to be there at all times. Sweetheart, it doesn't work that way. Do not suffocate him, because your jealousy will suffocate him and he will run a mile. Okay, I hope you're listening. How many ears do you have? 2. What do you use them for? Listening. Okay, so I hope you're listening. Ease off the jealousy. All right, my divas, on to the next. The third thing on my list that might be putting men off you, that make you look so unattractive to men, is your constant need for attention and validation. Why is it that you are constantly seeking attention? You're such an attention seeker. You always want your man to validate you in every way, shape, or form. Everything you do, he must comment. Oh, baby, you look so beautiful. And that's nice. But if he doesn't tell you you look beautiful, do you believe you look beautiful? Do you believe you are beautiful? Do you believe that you have achieved? Why are you constantly seeking validation? If you don't believe in yourself, why then should anybody else believe in you? If you put out that you're constantly seeking validation before you believe in yourself, then you're giving your power over to somebody else. You're saying to them, if you don't validate me, if you don't say that this is good about me, then I don't believe it is. Sweetheart, not cool. Not cool. You need to believe in yourself and stop seeking validation. Even our kids, we teach them this. So why would you, a big woman of your age, not be able to stand on your own 2 feet? If somebody doesn't tell you that you're good at this, you don't believe it. If somebody doesn't tell you you look good, you don't believe it. No. We go through stages in life where we believe this to an extent because of whatever. I shared my own experience with you in one of my previous videos. How certain things that happened when I was younger, the fact that I was constantly compared to my sister made me start to believe that I was less than, I wasn't attractive, or even if I was, not as much as she was. So these kind of things may affect you as a young lady or a young girl growing up, but you have to get to that point in your life where you come to terms with who you are. You start to believe in who you are. You believe that you're worthy. You believe you have achieved. You believe that you're boss chick, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're a go-getter, regardless of what other people think about you, because other people sometimes say negative things to us because they're jealous, number one, or because it makes them feel better, when they put you down. So you do not need to wait for anyone to give you validation. If you believe who you are, stick with it, darling. That is who you are. Okay? All right, let's not waste time on this. Moving on to the next. The fourth reason on my list as to why men find you unattractive is because your lack of independence or ambition. You don't have any ambition in life. Your ambition is just to get married and have children. You put all the responsibility on your husband. You say, but I'm a woman. It is your man's responsibility to provide. Absolutely, I agree with that 110%. However, these times that we live in, no, it's not going to work. In these times we live in, you need to bring something to the table. Now, when I say bring something to the table, I don't mean in terms of just financial, because I hear men go, and what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing? Let me tell you something. A real man, he doesn't care of any financial thing you bring to the table. He's looking at other more important things. What is your ambition in life? What is your ambition in life? What goals do you have for your life? What are your plans for the future? What are your plans for your children? How can you contribute? How can you be relevant to this man? Why should he appreciate you? Why should he value you? Why should he respect you? Are you waiting for him, or you're waiting on him, I beg your pardon, for every single thing? You want to buy your underwear. You don't have a job. I mean, I understand when you have young kids, you might decide to take time off and raise your kids. Very important. Even I did the same. I did take some time off, raise my kids, because you see those formative years, very important. But don't say, but I'm your wife, I'm raising children. What else? Whoa, this is a job. But your children are now 16, 17, and 18. Madam, why are you still at home doing nothing? Go and get a job. Go and improve yourself. Start a new career, start a new degree, start a new, not even a degree, it doesn't have to be a degree. Start a new course. Do something that would build you up as a person. Set new goals. Why are you there just putting everything on that poor man? Do you want to kill him? Do you think it's easy? Especially if you live in the abroad. Especially in this UK. Oh my goodness. The bills alone. You cannot leave that man to handle this by yourself. A man will respect you more when you are a boss chick. He will respect you more. He will respect you more. You're bringing something to the table. You wake up in the morning, you get dressed, you go to work, you look good. He's looking at his wife like, is that my wife? She's such a boss. Look at her. Rather than you just raising children. The children are raised. How about you start raising yourself? Yes, because you need to improve yourself. You need to build yourself. You've raised your children. They're in school. They're even in uni. You're there tying wrapper. Every morning there's a wrapper around your chest. You can't be bothered because you're not going anywhere. So you can't. And let me tell you something. Sometimes when we're at home doing nothing, you can't be asked to get dressed. So if your man sees you like that day in, day out, what do you think? What do you think he starts to think? You say, but he loves you. He loves you, yes. But this is not the woman he fell in love with. Maybe you had goals and ambitions at the time. And all of a sudden, because you have kids, you can't be asked anymore. All of a sudden, everything is now the responsibility of your husband. You have no goals. You have no ambition. You have no plan for your future. Your children have gone off to uni. Don't let your man go and seek solace in his secretary. I'm just saying. I won't say more than that. Sisterly, it's time to pick yourself up and do something great for your life, okay? Your children are grown. Get on with it. Stop hanging around and being lazy and waiting for your husband to provide everything. Aren't you bored? Your children are grown. So what do? Watch Nollywood all day? Watch Netflix and chill all day? Every day? Come on now. Even that can get boring at some point. This is for your own good, my sisters. If that's what you've been doing, it's time for a change. This 2024 is a year of change. So I need you to start that change now. Start to think of what you can do to improve yourself. If it means, starting a new course, a new hobby, do something to improve yourself. It's better if you can do something that would bring you financial gain in the end so that you can contribute to the home. Let's not leave everything to the man. And apart from that, if you want to buy something, like me, I like to shop. I love good things. Yes, I've got high taste, if I dare say so myself. So would I be going to my husband every 5 minutes to say, hey, babes, I want to buy this. Can you give me money? After a while, he'll get fed up. And because I know I like nice things, I like to look good. I like to look good always. So I have to work. I want my husband to be proud of me. So when you lack ambition, you have no goals for yourself, at a point, the man will get fed up. Let's not let that happen to us, okay, divas? Don't let that happen to you. All right, then. On to the next. The number 5 reason on my list is negative attitude and constant complaining. Have you met those kind of people? No matter what you do for them, they never appreciate it. They find fault in everything you do. So when you do something nice for them, they never say thank you. They start looking for the fault. You buy them something nice. And is this all you could buy? Couldn't you find something better? Why would you buy me this? Would that encourage that person to buy something else next time? Where I'm from, my people say, if a child says thank you for something good that you have done for them today, it motivates you to do it again next time. It motivates you to be nice again to them next time, to give them something, to bless them again next time, because they're showing appreciation. They have shown that they are appreciative of your good gestures, of your kindness. If you have someone who constantly nags, who constantly is unappreciative, who constantly, is always demanding more and more and more, they lack gratitude, they don't know how to show gratitude, that person is not going to get anything, well, from me. Because if I'm giving and giving and you all you do is complain, I just think to myself, okay, if I could give, this person will not appreciate it. So what's the point? Let me keep my money to myself. Let me not waste it on buying something nice or doing something nice. It might not even be buying. It might just be, you making them a nice cup of tea, for example. Why did you make this tea like this? Don't you know how I like my tea? Oh, I don't like this tea. It's rubbish. And you think that person will want to do it again for you next time? No. Let us stop and think about certain things that we do that might be making us come across as... Because you do come across as... Have you not heard the saying that as beautiful as she is, she's so ugly on the inside? No man wants a woman that is beautiful on the outside and ugly on the inside. Yes, your outward beauty is the first thing that would attract them. And then they start to, discover other things about you. Let them not discover an ugly side. Because trust me, that your beautiful self that you think you have, on fleek, it would wear off. And there's so many pretty girls out there. So a little bit of gratitude, it goes a long way, divas. Let us learn to show gratitude. Let's not put our men off by not being grateful and showing appreciation for the little things that they do. All right, divas, on to the next. Number 6 on my list is dishonesty and manipulation. We don't need to dwell too much on this one. Dishonesty and manipulation. If you're that type of girl that likes to use manipulation to tie a man down, you think that by being manipulative, he'll feel sorry for you, he will stick with you. That would only last a while. He will soon suss you out and he will move on to the next best thing. You're always lying and pretending, oh, yeah, even if it's the little things, constantly lying about feeling unwell, or just because you want him around you, you don't want him to go out with his friends, so you feign illness. Once you start doing it and it happens each time he's going out to see his friends, he will soon catch on to your nonsense. And he'll start to think, why is it that every time I want to go and hang with my guys, that's when, this one is always feeling ill, and then you make him feel guilty. So you're going to leave me. I'm not feeling well. You want to leave me and go and hang with your friends, and you say you love me. You start to manipulate the man using emotional, is it emotional abuse they call it? You know what I mean. You lay a guilty trip on the bro. Yeah, but I'm not feeling well. Why would you leave me and go and stay with your boys and you claim to love me? How could you possibly love me if you won't stay with me in my time of need? Oh, please, darling, get a grip. Enough of your acting already. He can see through your I'm not going to say the word. Honestly, guys, I try to be holy. I try to be like Christ, but, well, I guess the underlining word is trying to be, because... or more. I'm just trying. Okay, God help me. But yeah, I'm only human. Stop that and get to grips. Your manipulation will only last for so long. He'll soon suss you out and then he'll move on to the next. You don't keep somebody by being manipulative or lying all the time because you want to have your way. It doesn't work like that. It might work with little kids. Even little kids, after a while, they suss you out. But a grown man? No, it does not work. Stop being manipulated. Stop lying. It doesn't, you won't gain anything from it. Okay, divas? If you're such a person, it needs to stop today, okay? This is 2024. We're doing things differently. All right, my lovely? On to the next. Number 7 on my list, another pet peeve. Poor hygiene or lack of self-care. Oh my goodness. I have seen this a lot and oh my God, it bugs me. Sometimes I feel like going up to some women and just saying, sweetheart, here's some lotion. Rub it on your legs. My sisters, we're ladies. You need to come out correct each time. When you step out correct. I'm not saying that every time you go to the school gate you have to, but come on, make yourself look presentable. I see so many sisters, especially in the church. I'm really sorry if you find this offensive, but come on. Okay, you're trying to attract this brother. The brother is there, and you always want the best ones. Suited and booted, smelling nice haircuts. I mean, brother is looking all kinds of fine. And you're there with your ashy feet. Ordinary to cream your body. Moisturize, you can't. And you want him to leave that sister, and see you. How? Explain yourself now. How? You open your mouth to say good morning and someone has to step back because, oh my gosh, what is oozing out is not pleasant. You stand next to somebody, you're talking to them and they're moving back. Not just you're not just oozing from your mouth, your whole body is oozing. Ordinary roll-on you can't use. Some people actually have a disability and there's a way about it. What do they call this thing? Where they just, they sweat excessively. But there's a treatment for it. Don't say, that's how I am. There's nothing I can do about it. And you expect the brother to put up with it. Is he your mom? His love is not yet unconditional. Come on. Have a shower morning and night if possible. I know it gets cold in the UK, but in other parts of the world, if you live in Africa, for example, or it's during the summer, try and do it twice a day. Freshen up before you go to bed. You know, smell nice. Use nice perfume. I love perfumes, but I have different categories. I haven't had perfume for my school runs. Yes. Nice cheap Zara ones. Those ones are for school runs, but they still smell nice. And then I have some, you know, grandpapa ones that I wear when I'm going out. My point is, make yourself look good and smell good at all times. Why should that brother come for you and not that sister that has put in the effort? Think about it. Or you leave your house looking all shabby. You can't dress. You don't know how to dress. You're not even trying. You want to dress like your great grandmother. You're wearing a tent at 25. Why? I'm not saying reveal everything because that's off-putting too. No man wants to marry somebody who's spilling on top, at the bottom. Everything is just spilling. You think his sexiness is what will attract a brother. You lie. It will attract a brother, all right, but not the one that you keep. Not the one that keeps you. It would attract the brother that wants to hit and run. So, well, if that's what you want, my friend, go for it. But if you want a man that would, you know, that would be interested in spending forever with you, you need to put in the work. Because you're not the only one out there. There's so many women out there. Do you know there's more women than men? Even the Bible says that in the last days, 7 women will cleave to 1 man. Which means the competition is fierce, sis. The competition is fierce. You need to put effort into yourself. Look good, dress nice. Even on YouTube, people, you know, there are people who do fashion hauls and things like that, or styling, you know, how to dress, how to be elegant. Check them out. Learn. We don't know everything, but we can learn. Like I said earlier, one of my most, a big pet peeve of mine is when people don't, especially women and men, but especially women, when they don't pay attention to detail. Like they can't be asked about themselves. I mean, I'm talking about their presentation here. So many times I've seen women in church with ashy legs. Like if you scratch it like this, you just see that white, you know, like when somebody's skin is so dry. And I'm like, honestly, I feel like bringing out my hand cream and saying, sis, here, it's okay, have it, cream your legs. Come on, sis. You're a young woman. You can't look after yourself and you want that brother to come for you. Why? Why should he? Why? What's so special about you? Because you have to attract him first before he gets to know you, oh, that you're a PhD over, or that you're a boss chick. So you're a boss chick, but you're oozing the opposite of boss chick. No. It doesn't work that way. And one of these days, I'm going to do a video on this so that we can help ourselves out as sisters. You know, there's so much that we can do to help ourselves in terms of how we present ourselves. So there's a video coming for this, so watch this space. But ladies, in the meantime, there's a lot of information out there. Go online, go on Pinterest. You know, copy styles from Pinterest. Yes. Look after yourself. Have a shower. Use your roll-on, moisturize, spray, put a little bit of makeup on. You know, you don't have to be like some of us, because I know that my makeup can be excessive. I love makeup. You know, I'm a makeup artist. You know, I have been for years, though I've kind of, you know, not doing it as much now. But I love makeup. But you don't have to wear as much. But just put on a little bit. Make yourself look nice. Make yourself attractive. Anyway, I'm spending too much time on this one, so I'm going to leave it here. On to the next divas. Number 8 on my list is clingyness and neediness. Neediness, yeah. Is that a word? Yeah. Anyway, being clingy. Sis, nothing puts off a man than clinginess. When you are suffocating the brother. Before he can blink, you are there. I mean, let him miss you now. Before he can blink, you're there. First thing in the morning, you're knocking at his door. Don't you have a job? He has. He wants to go to work. Why are you there? You're there washing his clothes and all that. Doing housemaid for him. Are you married to him yet? No. One thing my mother taught me is you never go and do chores in a man's house unless he puts a ring on it. Are you his slave? Let us start how we mean to finish, oh. And then you say they don't respect you. His mother comes to the house. She sees you there. You're already living there. You're spending weekend. You're washing clothes, cooking, doing all sorts. As if you're the wifey already. When he hasn't put a ring on it. He hasn't even proposed to you. You're doing wifely duties. Why? Why? You're so clingy. You won't let him breathe. Everywhere you must be there with him. Sometimes he wants to go and hang with his bros. Let him. Yes, it's healthy. And you go and hang with your friends too. Suffocating each other will just... You get fed up of each other. A man wants his space, and women too. I know I do. Again, I mentioned it in my previous video. I made it very clear from the beginning to my husband, I don't like clinginess. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I find it so suffocating. And I've seen first-hand experience of someone who actually lost somebody she had been dating for years because of this. The man just got so suffocated. He just said, you know, I've had enough. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm not interested anymore. Find yourself someone else. Because the clinginess was too much. Give the brother some space. Let him breathe. Let the brother breathe. Let him even miss you. When you're always there, he doesn't miss you. Let him miss you. When you're always there, always in his face, cooking, cleaning, washing, are you his wife? Take a break. Let him miss you. Don't call him for days. Let him do some chasing. I'm going to teach you some tricks, ladies. How to keep a man. It worked. Yes. How to keep the man coming back. I'm talking from experience. I have shared this with some sisters. They've come back to testify. Who is there 24/7. Why? You're not even married to him. Stop being so clingy, okay? Stop being clingy. Get a life of your own. You can live without him. I promise you. You won't die if you don't see him for 2 days. All right, sis? On to the next. Number 9 on my list, even, is entitlement and arrogance. It's the entitlement for me. So, you're dating a man and you expect this man to provide everything for you because you're dating him. You turn yourself into a prostitute. You say, because I'm giving to him, he must give to me. That's fine then. But don't expect that same man to marry you. Because you are already receiving the reward of your actions. You're so entitled. You believe that just because you give him the privilege of dating you, therefore, he should come and die. Abi, he should spend all his money on you because you're what? Because you sell yourself so cheap. He's not your father. And he shouldn't be your sugar daddy. If he's a man that you want to, well, I don't know if you want to marry your sugar daddy, but really and truly, come on, sisters. We're talking sister to sister. Don't be offended. I'm just being honest here. When you're dating a guy, you're still dating him. Most people, they meet when they're young. I mean, I'm talking about the norm. You know, you meet this guy, you're both young, and then he gets a job. You're dating him. Maybe you don't have a job, but some of you don't. You even have a job, but you just are so entitled. You believe that because you're the woman and he's the man, that he has to be providing for you. He's not Jesus Christ. He's not your provider. Let the man breathe. Give him time. Let him get on his 2 feet. Don't suffocate him already. Just because he's dating you doesn't mean he should come and die now. At this point, when he's still trying to gather himself, make a start in life, don't suffocate him. Meet him halfway. If it's somebody you want to marry, cut him some slack. Don't always ask for stuff. Don't say, my love language is gifts and money. Come on. He will do that eventually when he's in a position to do so. I believe strongly that, yes, it is a man's responsibility to provide, but only when they're in a position to do so. Only when they're in a position to do so. Yes, I am old school. I am of the notion that my money is my money and your money is our money. But I'm also reasonable. Also, I know that in these times, it's not easy for a man to just carry the whole burden. So, until your husband becomes financially buoyant, or your partner, your fiancé, your boyfriend becomes financially buoyant, please don't put so much pressure on them and be expecting them to provide for you. Why can't you provide for him? Why can't you help him? Why can't you meet him halfway? He'll respect you for it. Yes. And eventually, he might say to you, you know what, sweetheart? I don't want you to contribute anything anymore. You see that money you're making? It's yours. Enjoy it. I'm gonna pay for everything moving forward. Also, just because the brother is going through a hard time at the moment, maybe he's in between jobs, that does not mean that you should rub it in his face, especially if he was working before and maybe he's just between jobs, something happened, maybe he got laid off, but this is a upright brother. He's always works, he's got his head on his shoulder, he's got ambition, he's got vision, he's not a lazy bum. Then you need to cut him some slack. So just because now he's between jobs, that doesn't mean you should stress him out. That doesn't mean you should be arrogant and start, making him feel less than. Because you have to remember that this is just a temporary situation. All right, divas? Be that woman that you would want for your son. Yes. So, don't make a man feel less than just because you're successful and he's going through a dry period at the moment. You need to encourage him. You need to let him know that you're an upright woman. You're that kind of sister that's got him. Be that woman for your man. And I promise you, he will value you for it. Unless, of course, you're rid of a very irresponsible man that doesn't know good thing, even if it slaps him in the face. Let's not be too entitled, divas. Let's not be too entitled. Let us not be arrogant. It's very ugly. Not attractive at all. All right, my lovelies. On to the next. The final thing on my list is close-mindedness. Not willing to compromise. Another pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand it. People who it's either their way or the highway all the time. They're not willing to, they don't even like change. They don't like change. They're not willing to compromise. It's their way or the highway. And if you can't accept their way, then, you don't qualify to be with them. Then such people should just remain single, because marriage, like I always say, is a partnership. If you're unwilling to compromise, you should not be in a relationship. Because there's two people coming from two different backgrounds, set in their ways. However, because they love each other and they want to be together, then they're going to compromise. They're going to meet him halfway. He's going to meet you halfway. There's certain things that you're going to have to, cut off, and certain things that he's going to have to cut off. Certain things that you're going to have to change the way you do, and certain things that he's going to have to change the way he does, so that the two of you can live in peace. Certain beliefs, notions that you have, some preconceived ideas that you have brought into the relationship, and vice versa, that you both have to meet halfway. You come from a polygamous home. He is a single child from one wife, one husband family. Clearly you come in with two different ideologies, so you have to meet each other halfway if you want to live happily together ever after. So don't say, but this is how I've always done things. This is me. I can't change. You have to take me for who I am, or you can find somebody else. Then he will. He will find somebody else. That's so unattractive to a man. Lack of compromise, it's not going to work, divas. Or your husband, he says, sweetheart, see, you know, because you like your hair a certain way or whatever, and you know, the man is like, oh, this is so beautiful. I saw somebody with hair like this, and you know, I would really like it if you can maybe incorporate this into your look. And you're like, no, no. I'm a sister, a root sister. I cannot do this wig. God forbid. I will not wear a wig. You want to send me to hell? No. My heaven is the goal. Heaven is the goal, and I cannot come and compromise heaven because of where I do. Oh, please. Nobody's asking you to walk out naked. Nobody's asking you to walk the streets naked. He's just saying he would like you to put in a bit more effort. Maybe you just like to cut your hair and comb it. Yes, he met you like that. Well, maybe he wants you to, you know, just add a bit of zhuzh, you know, into your appearance. There's nothing wrong with that. Why won't you give it a try? Now, if he's pushing it and he wants you to maybe start wearing bomb shorts and stuff like that, then I would doubt that though, because if he wanted that, then he wouldn't have come to you in the first place. Do you see what I mean? He would have gone for those kind of girls, you know. But if he just wants you to, maybe you're always wearing tints, your hair is natural, you don't do anything to it, you don't wear makeup, you always carry chapped lips. Sorry, divas. Maybe the brother just used to wear a little bit of lip gloss, you know. Maybe start to braid your hair rather than just comb it, you know. Just do something different. He just wants his wife to look beautiful. Yeah? Or do you want to be that kind of wife where you go out with your husband? Eventually, when you get married, you go out to a function together. And then they ask him, his friends ask him, oh, so where's your wife? Where's madame? And he's you know, she's somewhere there. You want to be the somewhere there kind of woman? Or do you want to be the woman that your husband is looking at? Oh, sweetheart, come. Yes, come. Yeah, come say hello to my friends. Because he's proud of you. You present well. And he knows that when you open your mouth, you can hold a conversation. You're intelligent. Because it's both ways. It's not just intelligence, but you look shabby. We can't take you to the work function because you're there in your tent and flat slippers or flat shoes, just looking like his mother. Yeah, you look like his mom. You're supposed to be his wife. Why are you looking like his mama? Not attractive, sweetheart. No. You say, but you loved me like this before. Why are you trying to change me now? He's not trying to change you now. He just wants you to meet him halfway. He loves you, but he wants you to present even better. I don't see anything wrong with that. Divas, do you see anything wrong with that? Do you feel like when a man does that, he's trying to change you? Leave your comment down below. I would actually like to see what your opinion is on this. But I feel like it's important for us to compromise. Like, I'm not saying that the man should dictate everything you wear, because, you know, you can't. Not with me, you can't. But then you don't have a need to. Like, you know, because your sister knows how to dress. Yes. I'm not being funny when I say that. I'm confident in who I am. I present well. I will not expose myself like that. But, you know, exposing legs, arms, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people just cover up from head to toe. You don't even know if it's a man or woman under the tent. Come on. Especially when you're young. What are you doing? Make yourself attractive. Make yourself attractive. Don't say, dressing up is for... Because I've heard this before. Yeah, I'm too busy. I'm too educated. You know, I don't have time for fashion. My dear, your husband will find somebody who does. His secretary, she has a lot of time for fashion. And he sees her every day. She's putting ideas in his head. And you're too busy. You're the professional. You can't be asked. He has to love you the way you are. Because you're educated. My sister. Your education. There's nothing wrong with it though. I'm all for education. Yes. But it doesn't help you keep your man. It won't. It won't help you keep your man. Anyway, darlings, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up today. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the things we've discussed. Let me know what you think. Is there anything that you disagree with? You know, share it in the comment box below. Let's have a conversation, okay? Because we're here to learn from each other. There might be certain things that you disagree with. Let's hear it. I'm not the be all end all. I don't know everything. So, but these are my opinions. These are my, based on the life that I've lived, and I feel like I've been through the school of hard knocks. You know, I've learned, I've lived. I'm 53, so of course, you know, I'm sharing my experiences. I'm talking from experience, and of course, I mentor a lot of young women, so I'm talking from experience. And you know, I believe strongly that if you take these advice, at least some of it, I think it will work for you. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really and truly appreciate you. Like I said last week, very soon we're going to start doing giveaways. I'm just trying to get my feet on the ground, you know, and then I'll think of something really, really nice, you know, to share with my divas, you know, because, yeah, just to say thank you for rocking with me. All right, my honeys. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to sit down and watch this video. I don't take it for granted. I really and truly appreciate you. Thank you so much, my darlings. Until next time, stay absolutely fabulous. Stay beautiful. Remember, Jesus loves you. And I, your girl, your sister, your auntie, your friend, your paddy, I love you too. Stay blessed, darlings. Love you loads. Bye-bye.